Number 9 on this is make it easy to write.
Yeah, so I think we're talking here about, like, I like to have a space. I like, and I'm sure Clark does, and whether you like to change it up, you go outside sometimes, or go into another room, or write standing up or standing on your head. But like, I like to have a desk. Like, I love having like an office space. All my stuff is in one place. I've got my setup and my extra monitors and all my notes and loads of paper. And like, I sat down to do this and I was like, oh, I've not got a pen. And I turned and I've just got a cabinet here with just like pens and paper and everything's in reach. And I think, make it easy on yourself. You don't want to be having to like clean up a corner of the house every time you want to sit down to write. You want to just sit down and just get straight to it. And again, like with the sort of looking after yourself, it's just trying to make this as easy as you can. And this is one of them. Have a nice little, have a place to go and work.
Yeah, and this does something else for you too. And we both had ideas on this one, and it's just one of the things that's helped me more than anything is same time, same place every day. And so I write in the mornings at the same time in the same place every day, because what that does for my mind is when I sit down into the chair and I'm here, it says to itself, now is time to write. And you train yourself into that habit and your mind becomes ready for it. It's why they say don't play games like have your iPhone or whatever in bed, or eating in bed, or eating at your desk, or doing these different things, because like bed is for sleep and desk is for work and this is for this. Because once you start combining these, and if you really want it to be completely focused, that's all you do here is write, and then that way when you sit down, your brain knows, hey, it's time to sit down and write.
It's great. It's very Pavlovian in a way, isn't it?
It is.
Training yourself.
But that's what we are, we get into these kinds of habits, and it's like the person who, if they pick up a lighter, if they have been a long time smoker, they pick up a lighter, it's the initial reaction to come up to light something. Like, once your mind gets used to these things, like, that's what it does every single time. And you can do it for very positive things like writing, is that you've created a space where you can be able to sit down and just write. And I understand, that we don't all have a room that we might have ability to do this, but whether it's at the kitchen table, that it's at this time of the day, everybody, kids, spouse, we clean off the table so that I could sit down, and this is going to be my space during November, that I'm going to spend 2 hours here every night after you all gone to bed so I can write. And just doing those types of small things, that it's the same every day, same time every day, you will easily get your mind to train into immediately getting into the flow. Because what we're talking about here, again, remember, is getting a word count out every day. And so you don't want to have anything messing that up. And I like what Peter was saying, that everything is within reach. If you need stuff that to do your writing, that you've got it right there, so that you're not having to get up and go find it somewhere else.
Yeah, and it can, like you say, it can be as simple as the kitchen table or an armchair that you don't usually sit in, and you decide, hey, that's my writing chair. I'm going to keep a pad next to it. I'm going to on my computer, and I'm just going to sit down, and that's it. And yeah, like you say, your brain goes, okay, this isn't my check email chair. This is my writing chair.
Yeah, and so that's like, and I've mentioned this a while ago, is that my office out here, I do very little writing out here. I actually do most of my writing at the kitchen table during the morning. And that's because when I'm out here, I'm doing other things like building projects and working on art and getting updates done on emails and all of this other work stuff. And so when I come out here and try to write, my mind says, oh, well, let's check Facebook. Let's check to see if the emails, let's see if they've gotten back to us yet. And so all this other stuff, that's distracting. But I sit down in there, I turn my music on, and I know it's time to write, because I'm in this uncomfortable wooden chair at the kitchen table, ready to write.
Yeah, that should be a tip for when you're creating your space. Don't make it too comfy.
That's right, because you don't want to enjoy it. Writing should not be enjoyable. I think that's the message here.
Yeah. If you've not picked that up yet,
Yeah.
If you need 10 tips to get through it, then it's obviously not fun at all.
Oh my goodness, this is a good show.
Thank you for listening, and come back next week for more. Please visit thebookeditorshow.com for show notes, links to guests, books and extras, and for information on how to be a guest on the show.